and like we didn't hang out Saturday until like the afternoon. And she got frustrated because she couldn't see me as much as she wanted. And so, I don't know, I guess it's just, that's something
Yeah,
that's
but she
really
didn't
hard,
get enough hard time.
that's really hard for me to try and make it work, because it's like, I don't want her not seeing me to be a negative thing. I want her to, like, I want it to be that, like, it's happy,
She's happy for the break,
yes. And like,
and she understands the schedule.
yeah,
You want her to be happy for the break, off doing something that's very fulfilling for her,
yes.
and you want her to understand the schedule
hmm
and support.
And then when we do get to see each other, rather than it be, oh man, I didn't see you for so long, it'd be like, hey, this is awesome. We get to hang out, and we've been
So
off
then you
doing all
want
of,
to appreciate the reunion.
yes,
Right. That's a good description of a very healthy relationship.
yeah,
If you were to look at successful relationships, I'm all about success, and I like to model the successful.
yeah,
You would notice that each person is happy on their own and has their own individual lives, like their crowds and their audiences and their connections and their things to do and tasks and whatever. Each of them has their own, and they both aim to be together as much as possible, you know, but only as much as is possible. Never at the exclusion of their own life or their own desires or their own goals. It's never a fight over whose goals are more important. It's like, let's come up with a cooperative way to unite. That's what I see in successful relationships.
yeah. I feel like it has kind of been a little bit like, I would have to neglect some things that I would want to be doing in order to satisfy her wants. And that's just,
Right.
yeah, I don't know.
I get that. It might look that way right now, and it might even be that way. But whatever the case, you've described something you want, which is a very healthy relationship. Do you want a very healthy relationship?
Yep,
Yes, you do. Okay?
I do very much.
Good, good. And you've also suggested that the way it looks right now is like the current one might not be that,
Yeah,
but you would like it to be that.
yes, I would
Right.
very much love it to be that.
Hey, there we go. The man knows. Now, we don't know, like, Tegan's not here, but hopefully Tegan understands what a healthy relationship is, or shares your view of a healthy relationship. Like that, hopefully that one makes sense to her too. If I were to sit down and say, hey, Tegan, does this sound like a healthy relationship to you? You know, two people who are happy and have their own things and whatever, and who appreciate reuniting anytime and aim for it as much as possible, but never to the exclusion of their own personal goals and desires. Hopefully she would say, yeah, that does sound like a healthy relationship, and I want that. Okay?
Yeah,
If she doesn't understand, or is not there yet, or does not get that, or really does not see that as a good relationship, then you guys have very, very different core beliefs about like what it is to be human and to relate and to interact.
yeah.
So I want to ask you, do you think that if two people have very, very divergent core beliefs on what it is to be human and interact in a relationship, does it serve them to be together?
Not really, unless if
Are
it's
they a good blend?
um, unless if it's a learning experience where they're both open-minded enough to learn about the other. Other than, like, if they're not, then
Sure.
then no, it doesn't serve them.
Right. And it's a setup for a lot of pain and trauma, and I've been there. and it's we're only talking about you with you right now, me and you, and so it's clear that you want a healthy relationship. It's clear that you want to be happy. It's clear that you are getting clear or are clear already on your own goals and life path and steps.
Yeah,
And it's clear that, to me, that you want to be around and hang around and spend the majority of time around other human beings who get that,
yeah,
who get that's important.
yeah,
Okay, so now We're clear on everything that's going on. All that's left is to find out Tegan's feelings,
Yeah.
how she feels and thinks on this subject. And there's lots of ways to find that out. I mean, you could probably tell me right now, just because you know, deep down. You've been around her and you know. But if you wanted to, like, be clearer, you could, like, ask or have a conversation or, you know, write something or whatever. And you'll find out. And she can always change it back and forth, whatever, moment to moment. The relationship's always moment to moment. And so, you know, at the beginning of a conversation, she could be not understanding this at all.
Yeah.
But at the end of the conversation, you good?
Can you do something with your laundry?
1 second.
All right, so let's finish up for the good folks at home.
Yeah.
We were talking about relationships and sort of a sensitive transition phase when suddenly you have something that calls you. Right?
Yes.
Right, which
Yeah.
you have. And so my suggestion was to make that clear and then let Tegan choose the kind of person she wants to be. Does she want to be a person who believes in healthy relationships the same way you do? Like, I mean, she might have her own view of healthy relationships where, I don't know, Carter spends 99.9% of his time with Tegan, period.
Yeah.
I don't know what her view of a healthy relationship is. It could be anything. But you just declare it, be straight about it, be honest about it, do it with love, and then allow her to be who she wants to be. Like, cool. You seem pretty comfortable with it.
Yeah. I've been, well, not a relationship guru, but like, I'm a bro, and like, my guy friends are like, hey man, this is what I'm like, I've always been talkative with people about their relationships, and so I'm obviously an approachable guy, because people like to talk, like, they would talk to me about their problems or whatever, and I'd try to help them, and like, I can almost guarantee the one thing that I always said, no matter what the situation, it would be, we'll talk to them. Like, they need to hear this, they need to know what's up, and like, and so that's kind of like, even though you didn't say that, that's exactly what you were saying.
It's true. That is what I was saying.
So it's like, it's a just nod my head, yes, I understand. It's my own advice coming right back to me. And like,
Got it.
it can be nerve-wracking, it can be scary, and for me that is, because like, I know she's got a lot of emotions, and she's very good at using them, and she can be like, she knows how to be mad. She knows how to be mad very well. And so I know that I'm not someone I don't enjoy mad, but like, and so it's a nerve thing for me, but I know like, it does feel better to talk about it. 'Cause like, even on Friday, it came up that like, we're like, because the whole med thing has been I don't know, it's been a bit of a conversation with her, and like, she has other things she would prefer that I did with my life, and
Sure.
I don't
You
know.
know what's a step?
Yeah, and like, for me, it's like, I really want to do this, and so I saw this one guy I knew, and he was talking to me, and we talked about med because he had heard that I wanted to do it, and then, but he was still advocating for engineering because that's something that he really enjoys, and he's like, there's a lot of value to engineering, and like, you can still get to do healthcare through what your program, and the way he was describing it was, yes, of course he had a bias to engineering.